Have you got your 5 stocks from Webull yet? If not, check out the link in my description box. All you have to do is deposit any amount of money and we each get 5 stocks. It's that simple, and you only have a couple more days to do it, so get on that. Get your 5 stocks, link down below. Now let's get into the video. You guys see the red light back there? You guys see the red hoodie? That means, other than the Dow, which went up 0.25%, that means we had an overall red day. We had the S&P down 0.1, we had the Russell down 0.7, and we had the NASDAQ 100 down 0.5%. So today, we got to break it down. We have to break down some charts, some stocks, my thoughts on the markets, plus more. So sit back, relax, hit the like button, subscribe, check out my Patreon if you guys want all my buys, sells, call outs, morning update videos, plus more. All of that's on Patreon, link down below. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. So we had a red day, like I said, other than the Dow Jones. And even though we had a red day, SPY still hit an all-time high. It hit an all-time high this morning at $478.81. And once we hit that high, it was pretty much downhill since then. We hit 478.81. We tanked all the way down to about 476. That was at about 12:45 p.m. on the East Coast. And then we had a bit of a relief rally. And take a look at this crazy volume spike on SPY on this intraday chart. That is insane. We were pretty low volume throughout the day. Then all of a sudden, power hour hit. It was the last 30 minutes of the session. Then we had that massive drop. I mean, it wasn't massive, but it was a sudden drop, shall I say, in SPY from 477.70 down to about 476.40. That's when we got the huge volume spike, and then we recovered. We had a V-shaped recovery heading into close, and now after hours, we're coasting just a little bit above $477 per share. So overall, I've been on record saying this the past couple of videos. It's really just been the past 1 or 2 days here. SPY is getting pretty overbought. We just hit all-time highs. We're towards the top of the channel. We're pretty extended over the moving averages, and we're pretty overbought on the RSI. So in my opinion, this could be the start of not a crash, a bear market. I'm sure there's going to be YouTubers that say stock market crashing, it's the bear market, and we just hit all-time highs. I mean, come on, that's a bunch of BS. I don't think the markets are going to crash, but I do think we might see a little bit of a retracement, whether it's a couple bucks, $5-10. I think that's coming. It might be coming this week, maybe at the beginning of next year. Who the heck knows, right, guys? SPY could be going to about 465, maybe 470. I've been saying this, and I'm still sticking to it. And Triple Q, let's see what's going on there. This closed above 400. As long as we hold above 400, that is very bullish for Triple Q. If we break under 400, well, you guessed it, that's not as bullish. That's pretty bearish. We might be going back 385, 390 if we ended up failing at 400. So as long as we're above 400, 402, this could end up going 408, maybe even higher, all-time highs. And we talked about all this already, so I don't want to bore you guys, but overall, that is what happened. We had the VIX down a little bit, metals went down, other than silver, and the Dow went up like we covered. But across the board, it was a red day today. A lot of stocks, most of my stocks on my watch list here were in the red. So what do you guys think? How did you guys do today? Drop me a comment down below. Make sure to hit the like button if you guys are finding value in this video. And if you guys find value in any of my videos, I would really appreciate it if you hit the like button and maybe, just maybe, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get 25,000 subscribers here as soon as possible, and there's only one way to do it. It's with the help of you guys. So I appreciate all of you. And with that being said, let's now talk about some stocks. Number one is Comerica, ticker symbol CMA. We actually covered this about a week ago, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less than a week ago, but we covered this as it sold off from $91 down to about $80, $81. In other words, it shed $10 or about 12% per share, right? And you guys can see it's held the past couple of days, the bottom of this channel, the moving averages, and now just recently we started breaking above the moving averages, which tells me that, hey, this uptrend wants to continue on this 4-hour chart. And we've been pretty much trading within this channel religiously over the past couple of months. Every time we've gotten overbought, we sold off to the bottom of the channel. We were a bit choppy, consolidation, followed by a nice push up towards the top of the channel. And that just happened recently, middle towards the end of September. We hit $73, bottom of the channel, rallied all the way to 91. That was in the end of November, followed by a pullback to the bottom of the channel, which is where we are now. And now we're starting the breakout towards the top of the channel again. So I'm going to set my alert at $87 for Comerica, ticker symbol CMA. And the reason why I'm doing that is because 87, that was roughly the top. Actually 88, 87, that general area was the top from the middle of December. So I'm thinking if we take out 87, 88, the recent highs, this is probably going to start going 90, maybe even it takes that 91 high out from the end of November, and we start going 93, 94, 95, even though 95 might be a stretch. But overall, that is where we could end up going. Top of the channel puts the stock anywhere from $90 to $95. So Comerica is solid. Activision Blizzard is another one that's just been on an absolute tear. This one up 2% just today amidst the overall sell-off in the markets. And if you guys are in my Patreon, you know I've been buying this thing left and right. I started buying at $58, added more in the low 60s, I think 61, 62, and I've just been holding on since, and I don't plan on selling, right? This is one that is pretty oversold, even though it's ran up a ton in just the past couple of weeks. Look, just a couple of weeks ago, beginning of December, it was at $55. Now it's over 66. I think it got over 67 at one point today, and it seems like it is reversing overall on this 4-hour chart. And it's not completely reversing, but it is showing signs of the beginning processes of reversal. We're trading above the moving averages. We're about to see a golden cross. The 50 looks like it wants to cross above the 180 SMA. And I'm not oblivious to the fact that we did see fake outs like this over the past couple of weeks, which makes me, or past couple of months actually, which makes me a bit cautious. You guys can see back in October, we had a similar move, right? We broke out of these moving averages. We started seeing a golden cross, and then all of a sudden, they reported earnings, and it tanked. You guys can see that from 80 down to about 65. Now it's gaining some steam again. If a negative catalyst comes out or we get a huge wave of selling pressure, this might dump again under the moving averages, which at that point, I'm probably just going to buy more shares, as this is more of a mid to long-term play for me. So Activision, I don't want to say it's I'm a guru for buying it near the bottom and now I'm up 12%, but it's been great nonetheless. Whether I'm a guru, which I'm not a guru, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm a guru, guys, look at me, I'm so good. But I'm just saying, this is one that I bought, and I think it's pretty undervalued considering we're in the most, or one of the most overvalued markets in history. That's up for debate. So keep an eye on Activision Blizzard here, guys. Ticker symbol ATVI. Walmart, WMT, is another one that I'm personally looking at, and I've been watching it for a couple of days here. This one up 1.4% today, and it seems like if I pull back here on the yearly chart maybe, or even the 3-year chart, it seems like we're holding the uptrend quite nicely. You guys can see it here on the 3-year chart. We've been making higher lows for the past couple of years, and we see a clear resistance at about 150. You guys can clearly see that. That's been resistance since August 2020. So almost a year and a half, we failed at 150, 155 on Walmart. So the fact that we're holding a higher low, we're actually breaking out here on the 3-year chart, and you guys can see that on the yearly chart as well. This tells me that Walmart wants to make it or make a push back towards 150 to give it another shot, to test it yet again. That's what I'm thinking here. So Walmart being in the low 140s, personally, I don't even give a crap if it breaks 150, 155, because I think it's going to test that point. And if it gets to test that point, we have about $10, $12 per share upside from here, which is about 6-7%, and then we'll see if it breaks 150, 155 when it tests it. But in the meantime, we might be able to make a move again, 5, 6, 7% from low 140s to low 150s. And then we'll see if it breaks out or if it does the same thing where it ends up selling off after hitting 150 again. So keep your eyes on Walmart. I like it. Cpb Campbell Soup is another one that I'm looking at. This one's been reversing as of late. You guys can see since they reported their earnings about 3 weeks ago, this stock's been breaking out. It's trading above the moving averages on the 4-hour chart. We're noticing a golden cross, and just today, the stock went up 3%. It broke the 50 SMA, and now it seems like it wants to go and test the highs from a couple of days ago, which are right around 44, 44.50, and now we're trading in the low 43s. So this one, it might go right back to the mid 44s, giving it 2.5% upside, and quite honestly, we're probably going to break that, since we are overall reversing here. And if we do crack above 44.50 into 45 plus, there are some big gaps that need to be filled from there. First one being 46.50. The next one being around $48, right? And then after that, we have another gap, $50. So this one could really start gaining steam fast. And before you guys hop in the comments and be like, Stas, come on, Campbell Soup, it's a crap stock. It might be. Fundamentally speaking, long term, it might be a crap stock. But as a trade, I think it looks good. Charts are looking good. It's reversing. And it had a great day today in the middle of a red day overall for the market. So I think CBP or CPB, that's not a tongue twister, but you might confuse that. I think Campbell Soup might see some more momentum. I really do. So I'm going to set one alert here at $44 per share. We're going to watch what it does at that point. So keep your eyes on that. Macy'S is another one that's been reversing slowly. It sold off from $37.95 down to about $23 in the span of just a month, guys. It sold off 40%. And what we're noticing here is it's reversing like Campbell Soup. It broke the 50 SMA. We're holding the uptrend here. And it seems like it wants to go to at least 28.50, which is the next gap to potentially fill here. 28.50 being the high point from the middle of October and also beginning of December. So I think at minimum, Macy'S goes 28.50. If that point breaks, also the 180 SMA resistance breaks on this 4-hour chart at about 28.50, $29. This is probably going to start going 31, 32. If that point breaks, I'm not going to say it because that might be a little bit far-fetched, but hey, we might see it. We might be going 37.95 again. These are the upside gaps that could fill if this momentum continues for Macy'S. So watch it. Ticker symbol M. And another one here is Amazon. Ticker symbol AMZN. If you guys take a look at Amazon's stock chart, you'd be surprised. This stock hasn't done much over the past year and a half. In fact, it is lower than where it was about a year and a half ago, July 2020. That's crazy. You might not believe me when I say that, but looking at the chart clearly proves that. And it's pretty shocking. I don't want to say it's shocking because we've seen way crazier things in the markets than a stock being flat over a year and a half. But for a company like Amazon, as a lot of these other big tech names have been soaring. I mean, look at Apple. Apple's a lot higher than it was a year and a half ago. Google's a lot higher than it was. Facebook probably is as well. Let's pop that up. Yup. Microsoft is, with the big tech names being a lot higher for the most part, Amazon's a laggard, right? It's been it's been lagging behind these companies. So I'm going to be watching this not only tomorrow, the rest of this week, but heading into the new year. I want to see if Amazon does start breaking. It seems like the mid 3,500s or 3,000s rather is a big resistance point for the stock. If we start breaking 3,500 and we start going back up to 37, we break that, that could be a huge this could be a huge breakout heading into 2022, middle 22, late 22. I think Amazon could be a nice pick, so I'm personally invested. I have some money in Amazon. It's not my biggest holding by any stretch of the imagination, but I do have some direct exposure to this, and I think if we look at big tech in general, and I'm not going to say it's definitely going to outperform, but if I had to bet, out of all these companies, Amazon in 2022 might have the best year. And who knows, we might rewind and come back to this video in a year from now and see what happened, and I might be right on that. Who knows? I might be wrong. I've been wrong in the past. But Amazon, all you guys need to know is it's been lagging the past year and a half, and it's only a matter of time before we start ripping again. So that's Amazon. And the final one for today is Rad Laboratories. I saw this on one of my scanners today, and this is one that's looking pretty good. The chart's looking good, even though the stock went down 2.1% today. And I'm not going to trade it or get into it as a swing trade until it proves that it wants to break out, quite frankly, which we're not seeing that quite yet. We're in the mid 700s right now. We went down 2% on the day. We are failing at about the 180 moving average in the mid 700s, which has also been resistance for about a month at this point. So if we do break the wedge here, mid 700s into the 800s, not even 800s, 775, if we start moving towards that point, this stock could really start gaining some steam. So I'm going to put 750 as one of my alerts here. Actually, let's move that up a bit. Let's put that maybe 760 or near 760. So if that point breaks, guys, we start breaking out of a multi-week resistance, this might start gaining steam. We have a couple gaps to fill to the upside. 785, we're talking 800, and then we're talking 830. This is where bio could be going in the short term. So overall, that's pretty much it, guys. Those are 7 stocks that I'm looking at now. CMA, Activision, Walmart, Campbell's Soup, Macy's, Amazon, and Rad Laboratories. So what do you guys think? Markets they might be a little bit frothy here. We did see a nice Santa Claus rally. Is it going to continue, or is it going to abruptly come to an end? What do you guys think? Shoot me a comment down below. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and check out my Patreon. If you guys want all my buys, sells, call-outs, morning update videos, plus more, all of that's on Patreon. Link down below, or you guys can go to StockSurfest.com/Patreon. Make sure to also get your 5 stocks from Webull. All you have to do is use my link, deposit any amount of money, and we each get 5 stocks. And that actually runs out in 3 days from now. So get on it, get your 5 stocks, and don't forget to also get your $50 from M1 Finance. Use my link, deposit $100, we each get $50. It's that simple. What are you guys doing? Get your money. It's linked down below. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. I made one earlier, 3 oversold stocks to buy now. Check it out. I'll pop it here. I'll see you guys there. Thanks for watching. As always, keep crushing the market. Stay safe out there. Peace out.